Listen, everybody, you already know this is the Social Remedy TV podcast, and it's your boy, Shalandon. Once again, we're back with another season. This is Ep.1. And I'm telling you, this day is special because it's my birthday today. So
Happy birthday.
we're coming back. We're coming back. This is my birthday. This is one of my first episodes back. We took a little break and everything like that. But without further ado, I have a great show for you today. Known across the nation. She's a mother of two, right? And also she's a loving wife to her husband. And I'm telling you, she works wonders on Fox 59. And I'm telling you, she's amazing. None other than the legend, Angela Ganote.
Hi, Shalandon. So good to see you. It's weird to be on this side because we work together on another job. And so
absolutely.
It's neat to be sitting in the chair having you ask me questions.
Yes. Listen, I've loved your work. I watch your work. I watch your work ethic. I know the work that you put in, right? To get the stories and to report the stories that you report. And so I want to start with, how did you get into the business? How did you get into it?
So I was in college and I had changed my major multiple times. I thought I was going to be a social worker, a teacher. And then it was actually during basketball. I know you're a big basketball fan.
Huge.
Kentucky fan.
Kentucky, UK.
Yes. So it was Final Four and I was a cheerleader at IU. And there was a reporter down doing a story. And Anne-Marie Tiernan, who works at Channel 13, was doing a story on the Final Four. And I was sitting next to her and she said, well, what are you going to do when you graduate? And I said, that's funny that you ask because I've changed my major multiple times and I have no idea. And she said, you could do what I do. And it was just that chance meeting of her sitting there. And for some reason, I think it's God. Those kind of things don't happen.
Sure,
That's not an accident that somebody sitting there for no reason after just meeting me says, you could do what I do. And then I went and job shadowed her. And then literally here I am.
Man, what was it? So what was it like? What was it like when you first had your first, the first time you bought the dress for the anchor job and things like that? What was that like?
Well, I was very subconscious and very nervous and wanted, because, you talked about my work ethic, but also I'm a perfectionist.
Yes.
And when you're first starting to do this for a living, you're not really, if you're good, not very many people are really good in front of the television, in front of the camera, right? So I was not good. I was not very good.
Can you believe that? Angela not being good?
So talking really fast, needed my hair cut, just didn't really know anything. And so I think more than anything, I was just nervous. And it wasn't that I was afraid of failing, but I didn't want to fail. So I failed a lot and then kept going.
I think that's very important to learn how to fail. Because some people, they're perfectionists. They don't do well with failing and they go into the shell. And this podcast is about basically inspiring others to push through, to you actually go for your dream, right? So when a person feels like, hey, I didn't get what I wanted, or I failed at, the opportunity that I was blessed with. What do you do? How do you manage that?
Well, I grew up with two parents who have a really strong work ethic, and you are never a victim. So, for example, if something bad happened, well, what did you do about it? Well, what did you bring to the table?
Wow.
What didn't you do? Or are you going to go stand in the corner and pout about it? Or are you going to go do something about it? literally, that's how I was raised. So if anything, very loving, obviously, but I was also like, well, you better get back up and go try a little harder or try something different. If that's what you want to do, are you going to just give up? Or if God gave you, a lot of things come from my religion. If he gave you a talent, are you going to bury your talent and not use it? Or are you going to continue to, to work harder? So I just kept get up, boom, try harder. I would send my tapes to all these people. I would send my tape to people in New York City that I had no business sending to. Hey, will you look at this and tell me, what do you not like about me? What do you think why would you not want to hire me?
Wow.
It would just obliterate me. And that's how I got better.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. And I think that's a part of having self-awareness. Taking self-accountability, saying, hey, I know I got to do better. I know I have to be better. And it's not so much, okay, these things are riding on this, but this is something that I want to do. So I'm so focused, driven on that, right? And so my next question to you would be, I know you had actually, you've been a mom, you're a mom. also working to deliver this news, right? Managing the household. How are you balancing this thing?
Well, I got married a little bit later in life. I mean, comparison, some people get married in their 20s. I got married in 32 years old. So I had my career, married a man who I don't want to say that, he treats me, he just does so much for the family in the house. So in our house, I come home and dinner's made for me a lot of times. Dishes are done, things are clean, and I'm never asking my husband to pull his weight.
Right.
So he's always having a good partner and making sure that you marry someone that you connect with in that way is probably obviously very important. And just enjoying. I think that women, a lot of times you say you can't have it all, and I think that you can have a lot, and you can have it all.
I like it.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I think making sure that you're married, you have a good partner that is going to back you is key.
I think that's huge. I think that's huge. Just because you can't do everything in this world by yourself. I know some people might think about it otherwise and say it, but I think two is better than one.
I do too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I do too. He plans the trips too, or we just got back from Florida last night.
Yeah.
I know there's people, some people in the household like to do different things, and he really enjoys that. So I let him do that. That's not something that I enjoy doing, things, details or planning. That is not me. So he enjoys it. So I'm have at it.
Yeah. So now my next question, going back to the news, right?
Yeah.
Carrying, you have your family over here, but then you have to compartmentalize when it's time to go into work.
Yeah.
Right. And I know there's many moms, many ladies that work in the field, and they're trying to find that balance. That's the part. How do you find that balance once you go into work?
Well, I'm 54, so I'm older now, and I think my answer would be a lot different years ago, and I probably didn't compartmentalize it very well. I struggle with it at times because the heaviness of what we're covering every day, and wanting to. We, because of social media, on any given day, I could pick up my phone right now, I might have 50 or to 100 people a day just reaching out, answering a question. Can you help me with this? And I take that really seriously, and I want to help so many people. And I think that to balance it is just to know that you can't do it all, that you're only doing the best that you can, and that God gives you supernatural abilities a lot of times to be able to do the things that you don't think that you can do. We can do a lot. People will say, oh my gosh, do you work all the time? I'm like, well, there are 24 hours in a day. Do you know how much you can get done if you, you can get a lot done. You know?
Absolutely.
So I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, come on, let's go.
Let's go. Let's get it.
I have high energy and I like to work.
Yeah, working with you a lot of the times, I've noticed that. It's like, come on, what are we doing next? Let's make it happen. Let's get it done. Yeah. And that is so you in that regard. And so
it can be annoying to people too at times, or just God, chill out. But I have that just a drive and a lot of energy that sometimes,
So that leads me to my next question. Why do you do what you do? Right? Everybody is, sometimes we talk about everything else, but the reason why. Why do you work so hard? And why do you want to deliver these stories? I know you say you want to help people, but I want you to expound on that a little bit more.
Yeah, well, think about it. What gives you joy in life is probably what you want to do more of.
Yes.
You like doing this podcast. You like talking to people, right? And so it makes you want to do more. I find so much joy in being able to help someone. And people say, well, it has to be more than that. Well, it's really not. When someone can say to me, thank you, if someone loses a child, if someone has someone who's been murdered, sexual assault, we have a lot of that happening. Someone will say, well, you're on vacation. Why are you talking to these people on vacation? I'm like, are you serious right now? I'm on vacation and I have and I'm having a great time, and someone's just lost their child, and you think that I should not respond to an email? Yeah. I do it because there's something in me that I love people and I want to make their life better if I can. That's it. That's a simple thing.
Hey friends, Rhett here with Midwood Road. If you've ever felt like your church creative teams are running on fumes, no clear strategy, volunteers are stretched too thin, your tech is too old or ineffective, you're not alone. We can help you tackle the 3 hurdles every church faces when trying to scale their worship leaders, their production teams, and their content creators. You can schedule a free 30-minute discovery call with me to identify the hurdles creating anxiety for your team or stopping you from meeting your goals by going to www.midwoodroad.com right now. I'd love to hear from you. Now back to the show.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
People talk about if you won the lottery, what would you do with it? And, my kids sometimes get mad and be like, no, Mom, you don't want to buy this house. You don't want to do that. I'm like, I would honestly want to I have so much joy in giving it away, like anonymously to people to better your life so that you can have more of what I have. And what I mean, but more of what I have.
The joy.
It is. And I always say this. Here's one of my favorite sayings. Fun is expensive. Mm-hmm. Joy is free. And that's kind of what I live by. So you think, well, what does that really mean? Well, if you're trying to have fun in life, you're spending a lot of money and you're going everywhere. Joy is just something that's free and it's given by God or it's given by, just like this right here.
Right.
Like, is this joyful?
Yeah.
Like, is this joyful? Seeing you smile, walking into a room, like, I would rather be doing this than a lot of other things because this is fun to me because it brings me joy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's almost like you live your gratitude. Live grateful.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So knowing that we're in the newsroom, you're working the news, right? Mm-hmm. What was one of your most impactful stories?
Well, I think one of the stories that people kind of know me for a lot is my Dr. Klein interview.
Oh, the nationally recognized.
Yeah. So that's one that when people just say that, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
If someone just said, "Oh, listen," you're like, "No way."
Right.
And so Dr. Klein fathered, about 100 children, maybe more than that, in the Indianapolis area for moms that were going to get fertility treatment and had no idea that he was using his own sperm. So that one was impactful because you just had no idea. Like the families that had no idea, they thought that their doctor was using his, using the father's sperm, or that he was getting it from a medical intern. Yeah. And to know that someone would lie to you and portray that, it was just so horrific for those families.
Yeah, like I said, and the funny thing is when I saw that episode, or when I saw the documentary, I was like, wow. But then when I saw you in there, right? I'm like, oh, she's from Fox. Like, what's the deal, right? And I know her, and like you've done a wonderful job. Thank you. I think that was one of the turning points of when I started really watching what you do and watching your work. So Thank you. Super dope.
Thank you.
Dope.
Oh, it's crazy, but super dope and crazy.
Right. How many hours went into that? Like,
I don't even know. I mean,
countless.
Yes. And my part of that was just them, the people that put the filmmakers together, the people that do what you guys do. Yeah. They are the ones that, did all the work on that. They were just, interviewed me for my small part in breaking the story.
Hey, and
it takes everybody though.
Yeah, it does.
Jacoba Ballard was the first woman that came forward. I mean, she literally sent me a Facebook post saying, "Angela, can you help me?" And that's exactly how so much of this works. People reach out on Instagram, on Facebook, send me an email, "Angela, can you help me?" And a lot of times I can't, but a lot of times I can. And especially when somebody brings evidence. She had her evidence, or she had a great place to start.
Wow. Like I said, amazing documentary. If you haven't seen it, you need to go see it. That's a shameless plug for them.
Yes.
Yeah. Our Father, y'all need to pay me. But it's okay. But what I definitely want to talk about, something that I know a lot of our listeners, they may not know about you, right? They might not know how heavy it is to carry that weight of the news, right? I know you're a woman of faith, but at the same time, you have to deliver this type of news as well.
Yeah, I think that I didn't talk about it for a long time. Yeah. And, people have different opinions and feelings about if you throw out like PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Yeah. But I was diagnosed more than 20 years ago after seeing so many, especially when you're a younger reporter, you're out in the field more and you're seeing death. Yeah. You're seeing I'm just going to be crass. You're seeing the bodies. You're seeing, it's a little bit different now back when I was first starting 30 years ago, I mean, it was kind of like, oh, do you want to go see the, you had police officers and people that'd be like, do you want to go see what it's like? And you're young and you're kind of like, well, am I supposed to do that? Am I to be able to report?
Wow.
I had a story that is one of the most horrific stories that I cover. It was 5 men gang raped a college student, and they videotaped it. And that was, more than 20 some years ago, before, cell phones like we have. And in court, I had to watch, what the jurors were watching so that I could report on it. Like, hey, Angela, what did you see? And I mean, what they were doing to this girl with objects and themselves, I mean, that is in your mind all the time. So once I had a child, it really manifested into me having panic attacks. I would wake up in the middle of the night out of nowhere and I thought I was dying. I thought I was having a heart attack. I mean, I had 2 times where I literally had called, I keep saying literally, I just heard myself say literally like 4 times. If you're hearing that, I've just caught that. I'm like, ooh, I do not like that. Pulled over on the side of the road in an ambulance.
Yeah.
Paramedics I had come because I thought I was having a heart attack.
Yeah.
And then come to find out, it's from post-traumatic stress disorder and it's having a panic attack, which you think, oh, whoop-de-doo, a panic attack, it's no big deal. Well, if you suffer from them and then it's part of it.
It frees you. It paralyzes you in certain ways. It causes you to go into fear mode. And fear mode, when you're dealing with the spirit of fear, you're dealing with fear, right? It shuts off everything. It shuts off anything going in or coming out, meaning you're only paying attention to yourself. At that time, you can't control anything else. You can't give love. You can't receive love because you're so worried about, I can't control this.
Yes.
Right. And that, like I said, as a minister dealing with the spirit of fear and talking to people through these episodes or through some of these things, man, I've seen it all the time. And a lot of times, we people try to minimize it. It may be a chemical imbalance as well. Some people really, but I believe part of that is spiritual. You know what I mean? So I don't want to offend anybody or anything like that by saying, hey, PTSD is not real. No, it is real. It is real.
It's so hard too, because as a Christian, and that's why I didn't get help for 17 years because
please talk about that.
I said, God, I should be able, if I trust you, and I don't want to get emotional and cry, but I'm like, if I trust you, and if I believe in you, and I have to have no fear because I should have no worry because I know that you have me.
Yeah.
Why am I having
feeling this?
And then you feel guilty, and then you feel shame, and then you feel guilt, and you feel like you're a sinner because you're having all of these feelings, and then you're like, okay, Ann, just give yourself a break. You're also human.
You're allowed to feel.
God understands that you're not perfect.
Yes.
But in the same breath, you're like, well, I should be able to overcome. I should not have this feeling. And it has been a journey for sure to be able to deal with. So you know what it is when you're dealing with evil. When you're dealing with so much sin and so much evil. It's powerful.
It's very powerful.
We're in the middle of sometimes when we walk into work, I say to my kids, I'm like, I'm literally going to walk into hell today. You're basically, that's, there's so much, you're reporting on to so much
all the bad news. It's all the, the offenses that people are doing against one another and things like that. So I definitely understand. But that's something I wanted you to speak about because some people may see you behind the desk, the woman, the legend behind the desk, and they don't understand what goes into it. And I really want them to understand that you're human, right? This is just not me reading something on a teleprompter. It's me reading something plus the feeling that I have that goes out to the moms, the fathers, the other children, and the good stories as well.
Yes, there's a lot of good, but it's one of those things where if you have 10 people say, Shalandon, wow, you did a great job on this, or somebody comes down to you and says, you know what, I can't believe that you did that. You're a terrible person, Shalandon, because of how you just reported. And all of a sudden you're like, I did?
I did
that? Oh my gosh, I didn't want to hurt anybody. I didn't mean to do that. You don't remember all of the positive things, all the good stories. You remember a lot of times that thing that stung the most.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that, you struggle with is,
come on now, come on.
Right.
I definitely, I definitely wanted to bring this up. you working in the industry for 30 years, right? And for the other ladies that are tenured, right? I think they can relate as well. Being good in your job, being great in your job, right? But you're dealing with maybe a male-dominated field, things like that, right? How are you able to navigate?
I just never believed that. I never believed in that. You know, like if someone's like, well, it's male-dominated, I would be like, so? Like, watch me.
Watch. Yeah.
That's just how I've always been.
Yeah.
Like, no one's going to say,
watch me work.
I can't do this. I'm like, I will be successful in spite of you. Or I'll work twice as hard and I will be, you know. So that's how I always looked at it. My mom and dad would never have any of that kind of, so then how are you going to work around it? Well, how are you going to be successful then? What are you going to do about it? So,
Wow.
Yeah.
See, give me 1 second. Listen, check it out. We got to go to commercial break. We'll be right back.
Happy birthday, Shalandon.
Look, check it out. We'll be right back. Listen, Social Remedy Podcast coming to you soon.
Love so deep, chicken fried until it's gold. Every flavor rich and bold. Come gather round our table, dear. Taste the warmth, the love, the cheer. From our kitchen to your soul. Soul food makes your spirit whole.
Hey, listen, we're back. I'm telling you, this is a good interview. I'm learning some things that I've never learned from you before.
Right?
Right. Hearing your story, man, is so inspiring. One of the things I definitely want to talk about is your mission. Like, what is your mission?
I think too, I've, a wife, mom, raised two great kids, 54, trying to decide what I'm going to be doing next. So I think right now my mission is trying to find out what my next mission is.
Yeah.
So that's part of it.
Yeah.
My other mission is I just want people to, I feel like if I could have a couple of weeks with everyone, that I could help them be happier in life. So I have this mission to help you understand that life is so much easier than people make it. Life is hard, don't get me wrong. You have cancer, we have all these deaths, we have end of life situations and horrible things that happen to us.
Yeah.
But we also make life really, really hard when it doesn't need to be. You're going down the road and there's all of these little detours you can take in life that can make your life harder. But you can put guardrails up on the road and it can make your life so much easier. And
when we talk about guardrails,
you want to talk about guardrails?
Right,
I'll talk about them.
Guardrails. I mean, like I said, I think there's things that we do need to have. Certain standards we do need to have. Certain rules we do need to have about ourselves, right? Because I mean, you can die quick and fast if you don't have these guardrails per se, right? You can go off the edge, man. And I think it's very much needed.
Well, when you think too about your mission, my mission is when I die.
Yeah.
And it could be when we leave here today, and this could be on camera, right? You're like, wow, I stand before God.
Yeah.
I believe he's going to look back at every single thing. It's going to be like this room of marvels and a room of everything you've ever done. And it'll be like, there'll be an accounting for what you did, what you said. I mean, and I've got a lot of things that I'm not, like, oh, I wish we could have, but that's my overall mission, is to use the talents that God gave me and try to help as many people I can. And then really, if we're going to be, why are we here? I mean, I am here to bring people to God.
Yeah.
That should be what my mission is.
Right.
My mission in life should be. The only thing is, we're at my church, which is Connection Point Christian Church.
Yeah.
I should be only trying to connect people to Christ.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really what my mission.
That's what Social Remedy Podcast TV is about. Social Remedy TV, that's what it's about. It's inspiration, motivation, and healing. And we share information. I cannot stand gatekeeping. That's one of the things that I hate, is for somebody to have the know-how, right, and have the resources, and to have the access. All these things that you have, but you're not sharing it with anybody. You make the people pay for it. especially people that don't have the resources. You'll make them pay for it, or I got mine, you need to go out and get your own. I hate it. I hate it. I can't stand it.
Well, we all have things that I think, we all have different things in us too that motivate us, or that I'm a justice seeker. There's no one that can question. Everybody has different things. My kids, when I often talk about the news or trying to seek justice for people, that's kind of like they don't quite get it, or they don't understand like that passion because it's not theirs. But seeking justice for others is another one of my missions and my passions, for sure.
And seeking justice for others, with that being said, sometimes you walk into rooms, you're like, hey, I just got to stand up for people, but you really don't know what's in that room. And you got to be the shield.
Yeah. But
how does that affect you?
I don't know. It's always been easy for me. And I think that is just something that God gives us all different things and talents. From the time I was a little kid, I stood up for.
Oh, so you're the person in the meetings that be like, everybody's quiet and they're like thinking this one thing, and you're like, wait a minute, this needs to be said.
Yes, to the point too where sometimes it's like I need to work on my tongue, and sometimes it's like you don't always need to speak up.
That's like a Tupac influence. Yeah.
So
yeah. And so, like I said, man, this is wonderful. I've definitely, like I said, I've been loving your work. I've been loving the stories and different things like that.
It's just hard for me not to interview you. I mean, I want to start asking you questions.
You can ask me something. You want to ask me something right now?
I want to know, so you walk in every day at work.
Yeah.
And this is something I try to teach my kids.
Yeah.
When you walk into a room and you smile, and you're so open and you talk with your eyes, and you make people want to know you, and the joy just oozes out of you.
Yeah.
Why is that you? And how do you do that every day?
Oh, how I do it every day is Christ, and knowing where I came from. One of the things that people don't know about me, at one point in time, I was homeless. At one point in time, I did have things, and I had a lot of things, and I love what I had, right? But at the same time, I would say I was humbled to the point where it was like, hey, you got to really go back and figure everything out, right? And coming from that state, having connections, having friends, having the network, having the money, having access to certain things in life that I enjoyed, right? And then have it all stripped away, and then having to rely on God, like humbling myself enough to say, "You're God, I'm not," and changing my perspective. Even when my mom got sick, I had a nerve to get upset with the situation with God, and He was like, "Hey, she's mine, not yours. I know it's your mom, but I created her, so you got to trust me." You preach to people, you tell people to trust me. Now it's your turn. You're going to trust me. So it was back to that trust thing. So every day that I wake up, or when I'm coming into work, even when I don't feel like it, or I have to push through, right? Or when I'm making that connection with everybody, right? It's to show the love of Christ.
You do that well.
Oh, it's sometimes where, boy,
right?
I want to tell people about themselves, but I mean, it's that every day. It's that every day, and knowing that every day is not promised, but living with gratitude, So that's who I am.
Yeah. Like I said, you do it well.
Yeah.
I enjoy that because we need more of that.
And I'm very opinionated. I'm very opinionated. People think, they say, "Oh, he smiled, he's funny. Oh, No, there's another side to that."
That's it. Maybe that's why the energy is good, because I have obviously very strong opinions too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's times, like I said, I recognize the part where, like I was bringing up that instance where we're talking about you're in a meeting and you raise your hand. I'm that person. Yeah. And I'll say this, there's meetings that we've had, right? Almost working in a church or whatever. At one point in time, it was funny. They're having this meeting and I didn't say anything. And I normally raise my hand and everybody looks at me.
Then they're really scared.
They're like, well, why he didn't say anything? And it passed, right? The situation passed and I regretted it. And so from that point on, I said, never again.
Never again.
Never again.
Yeah.
Never again. It don't matter if it hurts. The truth hurts sometimes.
It does. And I think sometimes people are, we're like, why wouldn't you speak up?
Yeah.
What are you afraid of what people will think?
Yep.
My mom taught me a long time ago not to care. If you're going to care what people think of you, I mean, you have to care to an extent, because if you're going to be a Christ follower, you better care what they think, because you better be acting in a way that it's going to be pleasing to him. But also, you can't live your life only afraid if someone's going to not be pleased with how you look or how you dress or what you say. You got to be able to, look in the mirror and say, do I like who I am? Am I a good person?
You know what's crazy about that is so many people that can't look in the mirror. I'm gonna tell you something. This is around that time when I was going through a depression.
Yeah.
I was so depressed about the things that I used to do. Okay. Right? And the life that I used to lead. I was so embarrassed by it. And the depression had set in, and the shame. Yeah. Right? That I would duck mirrors.
Because you didn't want to see yourself?
I didn't want to see myself.
Oh.
And some people can't look in the mirror. Yeah. Some people can't look in the mirror at themselves and say, you know what, this is who I am. I need to accept me.
Well, I'm glad that you can look in the mirror now.
Oh, I love it.
And see, because you radiate joy and happiness.
Yeah. Thank you. I try, like I said, and there's days where I'll get quiet. Or
when you're quiet, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not good. Or you see a little tear come down. You say, well, I think we need to go pray. Yeah. Or something. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm definitely appreciative of the interview, appreciative of the time. And I know you're up for a couple Emmys, right? Right now?
Well,
or
I don't.
What are we doing?
Well, I don't know. I try not to honestly pay too much attention to that.
I do.
You do? Yeah. You guys know probably a little bit more like what, awards that we're up for and all that good stuff. But I think that, it's interesting that the more I used to pay attention to stuff like that. Yeah. Then you wouldn't win. And now that I don't really even, I honestly don't even.
You're winning.
Yeah. And you don't, not that I don't care, because I do. Right. But it's not about winning a piece of an award. It honestly isn't.
It's the work.
It is. And it's about helping someone. And if that story ends up being told in a way that inspires someone, or if someone thinks it's worthy, then even more. I mean, like that, obviously that's fantastic. Yeah. But people, I think sometimes they just don't think that is really who I am or who people can be. Really don't care about all of that stuff. Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong. Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. And so I know I wanted to, before we wrap up, I definitely want you to you can look into that camera if you want. I want you to give a word of encouragement to anybody that's inspiring to come into the field, to chase their dreams, anything like that. Because that's what Social Remedy is about. It's about leading those to Christ, not only just leading them to Christ, but inspiring people to get over their fears and to chase their dreams.
Well, I think it's always easier for me when I'm actually seeing somebody that I can talk to and inspire them. But I hope that, on any given day, anyone, when you wake up, you have to set those goals and have everything, in line and ready for yourself. But every day, you never, ever give up on yourself. And you always continue. There's no one who will outwork you. Keep telling yourself that. Who is going to outwork you? No one. If someone, you don't get this opportunity, that opportunity, another door will open. Never give up and believe in yourself. Make the right choices. Do the right thing. Do the hard thing. Do the thing that when no one's watching, that you're taking care of yourself and you're being that person. Life is hard, but we make it so much harder with the choices, from everything from not sleeping to eating crappy food to going out at night and drinking and, wasting your money and time on things that aren't going to better you. What do you want to do with your life? Where do you want to be? What are you doing every day to get there? It is so much easier than we think it is. And I'm just here if I can ever do anything for anybody. Send me an email and I'll try to hook you up.
Oh, for sure. What's the email? Tell them the email.
Ganote at fox59.com. Aganote at fox59.com. If I don't respond, it's because It's just sometimes it gets too much, but I try. I try to keep up.
Yeah, hey, you got to try.
You told me we were going to play a game like
yes.
a
So listen,
is that in the last? Is that the last segment? Because I like that stuff.
So we're gonna play this quick game. Okay, either or.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff.
Which one?
I'm pretty deep, but I like to have fun too.
Okay, so we got to have fun real quick.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna rapid fire questions.
Are you gonna be able to? Do you have enough questions?
Yes, I got a couple of them. A couple
or a lot?
No, we're gonna do a lot.
Do a lot.
We're gonna do rapid fire, and then once you answer this, you tell me why.
Oh.
You tell me why.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey?
Oh God, it has to be Whitney Houston.
Why?
Beautiful voice, national anthem, but I don't know. I mean, am I the only one that likes Bodyguard? I mean, Bodyguard, I love her.
Bodyguard.
I love her.
Yeah, that's the truth.
But the voice, I mean, come on. One of the best or the best voice of all time.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay.
And also, I didn't like the way she passed.
I mean, no, it
hurts.
There's a couple things that I didn't like.
Yeah.
Not just the way she passed. You know, her going to concert, having to go across seas to do that concert, and you could tell she really wasn't up to it. And
yep, but I love her.
Yeah, love her.
Okay.
Michael Jackson or Prince?
Prince.
Hey, that's another one. That's
a Prince. I mean, you know, I'm born in the 70s.
Yeah.
But the 90s, and I mean,
Prince, man.
Everything. Just the music. I mean, but then you start saying, well, what about Michael? I mean,
I love Michael. We all love Michael.
I can't start.
Why Prince?
I mean, maybe just the guitar, the outfits, the designer, the man, just the symbol. I think just the charisma.
Yeah.
Everything.
Okay.
That's a hard one to just describe.
Okay.
I mean, I wanted to go I wanted him to give me a tour of his Purple House back in the day. I mean, you know what I mean? I was that person who's like, can I just...
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, and I know...
Sorry.
Nothing's wrong with it at all. So I'm going to ask you this one.
Okay.
And I know it's around the time, you know, Tupac or Biggie?
Biggie. I'm a Biggie.
What?
I know. I don't know. Is that a
what?
Well, probably just because of
I'm mad at you.
I know some of the music that I mean.
I'm not mad at you. I hear you.
Do I need to say Tupac just for you?
No, not just for you.
Okay, so why Tupac for you?
Why Tupac for me?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I really, felt his music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about the conscious side of it.
Okay.
The stand up, the justice side.
I'm dancing, I have some of Biggie's music in my right now, and I'm, you know.
Yeah.
So it's got to be Biggie for sure.
She just said Biggie, y'all. So let me ask you this. I know, like I said, I'm only asking really music questions.
Yes.
I know you love music.
I do love music.
I know you love music.
Sade's my favorite ever.
Who?
Sade. You didn't know that?
What did you, listen,
we just did a whole thing on brackets. I'm not making this up. So on the brackets that we just did for all of our music, you didn't see that on Fox 59?
I did not see your bracket.
Whose concert did I go to? Sade in Indianapolis. By myself because my husband got stuck in another city. And I was like, I had to call a girlfriend. I'm like, okay, it's last second. My husband cannot be here. I'm going to be at Sade and John Legend by myself.
Wow.
Will you go with me? So.
Wow. So this is what I have to say.
Okay.
I was 19 years old when I first settled down with listening to Sade, because it was more of an 80s type of feel, things like that.
You know.
I'm 19 years old. Now check this out. My friends, they're playing Biggie. They're playing Pac. They're playing...
and then you hear Sade.
Yeah, but I'm playing Sade.
Yeah.
I ended up liking Sade, man, because I love her songwriting. I love her sultry voice, things like that.
She's beautiful.
Oh, come on. I mean, that goes without saying. But now I got to ask you this, knowing we're both Sade fans.
Okay.
What's your favorite Sade song?
Well, it can't be any of the, not the one, you know, like everybody like Ordinary Love, you know, or not.
Right.
It's like, Hallelujah. What's the? Oh gosh, you're putting me on the spot now. I need to put my phone and play it for you. I don't.
Oh, you can just tell me the title because I can't clear the song.
Okay, like not like Ordinary Love. None of the ones that you hear on the radio. It's like,
what about Bulletproof Soul?
Bulletproof Soul is good. But what was the name of? Why can't I think of the name of the whole?
Love is Stronger Than Pride.
What's the name of the whole concert in 2011 that I went to that I can't think right now? And it has Buffalo in it.
Is it Lovers Rock?
Oh my gosh. Anyway, can we cut this part?
Yes.
Let me look.
No problem.
Okay, I'm dying.
No,
okay,
you
so wait,
good.
hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm so mad at myself because I just had to do this. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Is this good? I'm Sade.
I'm a Sade nut. You hear me?
Kiss of Life I like, but that's
Kiss of Life.
Hold on.
Taboo.
Cherish the day.
Cherish the
Don't
day.
go astray.
Cherish the Day. It's one of my favorites. Like, you can just ride to that.
So you can't play any of this stuff on here?
Yeah, I can't, yeah.
Kiss of Life. Okay, wait, hold on. But I got to find the one I'm...
Lovers Rock? It's not Lovers Rock album?
Hold on. Sade 2011. What was the name? That's not the name of the album. Soldier. Soldier of Love.
Soldier of Love.
Soldier of Love. Duh.
Soldier of Love. Yeah, that's on
Is that what you
Lovers Rock.
said?
That's on Lovers Rock.
Oh, shoot.
That's on Lovers Rock. You're good.
Okay, how do I cut that back in? Hold on, I just got to take a moment because I got to just... So this is how the whole concert starts.
Yeah.
Not this.
I know you got to skip.
So this is how that whole concert started. And the whole setup. And she's like coming down from whatever, and there's like these white like curtains blowing. And she's like...
That's Sade. That's Sade.
So I messed that all up. Soldier of Love. That's one of my favorite songs. Soldier of Love.
So, Soldier of Love. Now,
see, I messed up the whole. I mean,
no,
Soldier
good.
of Love is one of the favorites, for sure.
Soldier of Love is one of the favorites. So now, my favorite is a toss-up between Bulletproof Soul or Love is Stronger Than Pride. And when you listen to the words, oh my gosh.
So good.
Oh my goodness. Like,
right?
Oh man, like Sade, I don't know what else to say.
No.
Now we're gonna go movies real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. Matter of fact, Gladiator.
Do you know that I like Gladiator?
That's my favorite movie.
No, it's not. It's my favorite movie.
I promise. Gladiator 1 and 2. It's my favorite movie.
Are you serious? You lie.
When you meet my wife, ask her my favorite movie.
Gladiator's my favorite movie.
I promise you that.
I just saw Gladiator too.
I did too. I bought it.
You did?
Yeah.
Why do you like? What is it about the movie that you like?
Because I like the history of it. Mm-hmm. I like how they depicted history. Mm-hmm. Not only the depiction, I love the storyline. Mm-hmm. You know, from a slave, from a leader to a slave, back to a leader. Yeah, I love that. I love that. They stripped him of everything.
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 He had dirt. And he had his strength. And he had his determination.
That's it. Man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I love. I love about that.
Like, we're twins.
Yeah, hey, I'm just saying, twin. Hey,
I like that.
We know. Last but not least, Jesus or the devil.
I'm like, wait, what?
Hey, it throws everybody off.
Yeah,
It throws everybody off.
That?
Yeah, it throws everybody off. Obviously, we know.
No question.
Him. Yeah, obviously we know we wouldn't be here without without God. So listen, that wraps this segment up. You already know Social Remedy TV podcast. This has been another episode, you know, where it's inspiration, motivation, and healing. And we had our wonderful friend Angela Ganote.
You're awesome.
Hey, the legend, the myth.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, man. Tune in to Fox 59 and check her out.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right. Anytime.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Oh, thank you once again. All right. Love you guys. See you then. Peace.